So in this video today, I'm gonna talk about, I guess, the birthing process of how it went down. Cause everybody keep asking me how was it and was it natural to do the shot, all that stuff. So y'all seen in my other video when I went through the contractions or whatnot. I was at my mom's house. It started at 7. Well, at first I thought it was like Braxton Hicks or false labor, but I had my stopwatch in my purse. You know, coaches. I always keep my stopwatch with me. I don't know why, but I do. And then I started timing them. It was like then the rest in between it was like 5 minutes, 5 7 minutes. So I'm like, okay, so these fake or whatever, but it didn't stop. So I'm like, damn, this is this real? I think this is happening because I really didn't expect her to come early. That was I guess that's what threw me off. I really was expecting her to either come on her due date or after. So yeah, so I did all of my contractions. I thugged it out at my mama's house. So around 12 that morning, I was like, I woke my mom up. I'm like, yeah, it's about that time. Like these shits, like they back to back. So so we left my mama's house. So my mama's house is like 15 minutes away from my house. My bag and the baby bag was at my house. So I'm like, we gotta go home and get the baby bag, get my bag, and I gotta take a shower. So I took a shower, but I think taking a hot shower made it worse. Yeah, so I took a half shower. You know the tea wash? Yeah, I know what the tea wash is. So I did that. I barely made it out of the shower. I put on a gown, no bra, no drawers. I was like, we got to go. So from my house to the hospital is like 15 to 20 minutes, and my mama didn't know which way to go. Then it was dark, so I'm having contractions and I'm telling her where to go, and it was just crazy. So my little brother, he was in the back seat with me. He looking at me like, "You okay?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm okay. The baby just coming." And then he started rubbing my back, and I just laughed because but that was so cute that he was helping me out, trying to make me feel better. And then halfway through the ride, I'm trying to figure out why I feel like I gotta throw up. Everybody know what it feel like to throw up, so I'm like sitting there, like I can't even focus on my contractions because I'm about to throw up. So I don't know what's going on. And then it was like a sense of like too much going on at one time where I didn't feel nothing. So I stuck my head out the window and boom, there it went. I that car owed me nothing. That car door owes me not a thing. I really demolished. I can't talk. Demolished that door with throw up. It was so nasty. But I felt better after. And then the contractions started hurting again. So we pull up to the hospital. It's like 1 o'clock. So that whole process took us an hour to get from my mom's house, to get to my house, get the stuff, do the shower, and get to the hospital. It was like one something. So, and that's when y'all see I recorded when I was supposed to be registering to get in, like getting my name and all that stuff. I recorded that part on the other video, and I just was ready for them to come on. They talked about how far are the contractions. My mom talked about 3 minutes. No, them things were back to back. When I say, I don't even know how to describe it. It just was like a constant. Like you can't describe the feeling itself. Like it's hard to describe what a contraction feels like, but the timing of it, it feels like a track workout. That's like the best analogy I could give. So my coach, he's my big brother now, but Stamps, he gave us this workout where we had to do 400 repeats. We ended up doing 12. And that's what it felt like. So we had to run a lap, and then you had to rest. The rest wasn't that long, but we had to get back on the track and go. Everybody who knows about track, 400, it kills you. Whether you go fast or slow, it hurts. Fast or slow, it hurts. But that break and that trying to catch your breath, it helps. But then knowing you have to get right back on the track for that next 400, that shit just, it hurts again. So it's like, that's basically what it was like, that workout. And I thank him. I told him thank you for putting me through that, because that's what it felt like. Yeah. So after he finished getting my number, well, my name and my number and address and all that stuff, they took me to the room, to the delivery room. And when I got there, they let me keep on my gown because I already didn't have on nothing. So I kept on my gown. Then the nurse was trying to put the IV in my arm while I was having a contraction. I said, "Hold on, wait, stop, don't touch me. Like, let me have this contraction first before you call yourself stupid. Anything in my arm. I already don't like needles." So I let that contraction go by, and she put the IV in or whatever. So then the nurse, she checked to see how far I dilated, and when she felt me, she was like, "Oh, that baby ready to come out now." And I said, "Wait, what?" So mind you, my mama not there, like I'm in there by myself, and she talk about it, the baby ready to come, and the doctor not even there. So I'm like, what the heck? This is crazy. Everything happening so fast. They setting up the room, like they bringing stuff in, and they trying to prep me, put all the IVs in, putting that little, it's some tight thing that they put around your belly. First of all, I'm already stuffed. My stomach is too big for you to be putting this little tight behind thing around my belly. But it's like it's two little circle things that they put on your belly to keep track of the baby heart rate, whatever. So they did that. So I'm like, I'm like, why I gotta wear this? I'm too fat to wear this. She was like, but it's for the baby. I said, it's for my baby. Okay. When I say I was going through it, the contractions was tearing me up. And then they kept trying to like put stuff on me during the contraction. And I'm like, hold on, y'all, wait, let me have this contraction before y'all touch me. Like I gotta go through this contraction first. It's too much going on. So you got people coming in and out, trying to do their job, get the blood and all this stuff. Mind you, this baby is right here, ready to come out. So yeah, mind you, I ain't had no time to get no shot. I didn't want a shot, but them contractions, it actually wasn't worth going through a shot, honestly. Like, I don't think a shot would have made that no better. Like, it hurt, but it's not like a crazy hurt. Like, I don't know, cause when I was asking people like what it feel like and all that stuff, nobody could explain it. Everybody just say it's indescribable, and I'm like, okay. So yeah, I didn't even have time for a shot. The only thing I could think about is when I had to tell them like, don't cut my baby umbilical cord. Give it, and then they call it a delayed cut. Yeah, it's called a delayed cut or whatever. And that's the only thing I remember like saying. Don't cut my baby umbilical cord. I'm like, you want a delay? I'm like, yes. Like, and I'm trying to talk through these contractions. They asking me questions. They asking me to sign stuff. And like, it's just so much just going on. Cause they was like, it would have never been that quick. Like, the process would have never been so rushed if I didn't come to the hospital ready to go. Like, I was ready to go. So by the time the doctor got there, she went in, she touched it, and she bust my water, the placenta. whatever it's called. Yeah, she broke my water for me. And then she was like, yeah, it's time to go. And I'm like, wait, what? You just got here, you ain't say hello, you ain't do none of that. Like, what? But even in my visit, she was like, you gonna shoot this baby right out. It's just gonna come right out. And it's gonna be a breeze. So, with the pushing process, you push, what's it? I think it was push when you have the contraction. So whenever I had a contraction, I had to push. And honestly, it's pushing is like shit, like taking a dump. Okay, that's basically what pushing the baby out feels like. And like the first push, I was like, I'm doing this wrong. And then she's like, you just gotta do. I'm like, okay. And I'm looking these people in their eyes like, oh my God, save me. Like, why do it feel like this? And it just really feel like you was constipated for a while and you finally let it go. And it's like, I didn't feel when I pushed the head out, but I felt that last push, like of when her shoulders and everything just came out. And at that moment, I was like, whoa. All that happened so fast. Like I delivered her in all that was less than 40 minutes. Like literally I was just waiting on the doctor. I probably would have had her earlier if I didn't have to wait on the doctor. But yeah. Just seeing her just like in front of me, it was like, God, we did this. It was such a amazing moment. I was proud that I did it, and I was by myself. And I just was so happy. She was a healthy baby. That was really one of my biggest worries, because with my being high risk, having a high risk pregnancy, being anemic, and just I had doubts, and just seeing her, like all I said was thank you, Jesus, thank you. And like I just, when they put her in my arms, I didn't cry. I was just like in awe. Like, this is what I've been connecting with for this 9 months. This is what what I felt, kicking me, telling me hello with every kick. This is the person I've been dreaming about. This is the person I've been wanting my whole life. This is the person I get to love. And if I ever had to do it again, I would for her. It's just, with it all happening so fast, like, it was crazy. But it was amazing. It was amazing. I was so proud of us. Like, proud of us. And then the nurse even broke down. She was saying to see how I pushed through and being alone and not having nobody there, and me being positive and me smiling, and made her day brighter. She told me she was having a rough time at home and she didn't want to come to work that day, and she was like, this is why she come to work. She was like, a lot of births don't touch her, but she was saying it was something about my spirit and just the whole experience of how quick it happened, how well I handled it and stuff. It just made her day. Like, and she was crying, and that jump made me cry. My hormones all over the place. I just had a baby, even made me cry. And that right there it was all God, just God working through that delivery room. Honestly, it was literally God through that delivery room. June 14th is one of the best days of my life, and I already know it's gonna be plenty more, but that is the start of one of the best days of my life. I am a baby. I'm a mommy. Um, I had a couple of complications after. I lost a lot of blood. Not a lot to where I had to have a blood transfusion, but to where they had to give me some pills to slow the bleeding down. My pressure was high. It was actually too high. Then I caught a fever. Like my body was all over the place, and she was explaining to me that it was because everything happened so fast, and that my body just went into shock, and it was literally all over the place. And so yeah, so I was in the hospital for an extra day because of all of that, and they was trying to make sure all the medications worked well together, which they didn't. And when I got home, I stopped taking them because it just had me woozy all over the place. Like I was not feeling like myself, and I wanted to be myself for my baby. And once I stopped, everything started clicking and falling into place. So yeah, the meds, not doing it. So yeah, and I'm proud of my baby. She latched on when she came out. My girl. Because I did decide to breastfeed or whatever. But yeah, my girl latched on. Like, it's, she just had the doctors and all. And then when I held her and I started talking to her, why this girl sit up? Like, she sat up, like, sat her head up and looked at me. Like, it is you. Like, we finally, like, like, we made a connection. And we've been hearing each other, feeling each other, but now we finally see each other. And I'm looking at the nurse like, is she supposed to be doing it? Like, is she supposed to hold her head up? She was like, I never seen it, but I don't think it's rare. So, yeah. That's basically my little story. That's all y'all been asking. Like, how was it? And at the end of the day, at the end of just thinking of it all, it was amazing. It's just crazy what the female body can go through and recover from. And it was all worth it. People was like, you ain't gonna, is your experience gonna make you not want to have kids again? No, I want to have like 2 more. That's it. Any more than that is like pushing it. And I also want to do it before I'm 33. So, whoever my lucky husband is going to be, we got about 6 more years to make this happen, make it shape. So, yeah, that's my little story. The labor and delivery. So, I hope y'all enjoy. Love y'all.